Gusto mo bang maging engineer?
Oo.
Gusto mo bang maging construction? Engineer? Gusto mo bang maging welder?
Hindi totoo yung chismis na wala ng future in Canada. No strings attached.
Baka tuition free ba sa inyo?
Hello everyone, welcome to IDP Education's Campus Conversation, your go-to podcast if you're looking for a perfect school to attend to and if you are planning to study abroad. This is Emily, your host for this episode. We have here with us, guys, one of the finest marketing specialists of Loyalist College. Okay? Dahan-dahan kasi baka magkamali ako ng school. So, isa siya sa mga active participants natin whenever we have our info sessions, kung nakaka-attend kayo ng mga info sessions namin sa mga offices, and of course, our education fairs. Okay? So, maybe call on Ann Azada of Loyalist College. Hi, Ann!
Hi, Miss Ems! How are you? So, thank you so much for inviting Loyalist College. Despite of your busy schedule, you still find time na magkaroon tayo ng ganitong initiative. And sa lahat ng listeners or viewers ng podcast na to, stay back lang kayo kasi marami kayong matututunan dito.
Yes, of course. Guys, this is our opportunity to learn more about Loyalist College. At hindi lang yung Loyalist College.
Correct.
No? We're going to talk about your location. Okay? Kasi Loyalist College is actually located in Belleville, Ontario. And when we talk about Ontario, ano ba yung first location na nasa isip mo?
Siyempre, lagi kong iniisip, Toronto, di ba?
Okay, Toronto.
Of course.
Di ba, nagiging ngongo tayo. So, Toronto yung unang natin naiisip pag Ontario. Pero Belleville, hindi masyadong, familiar yung mga tao. Just to be honest, kasi when I was a counselor, talagang pag sinabing Belleville, parang ako mismo nahihirapang ibenta. Di ba? I-promote, rather, yung location, yung
Correct.
institution. So, this is the best time and the an opportunity for you as well to inform our viewers, our listeners, what can Belleville, Ontario offer to our international students.
Okay.
Diba?
Magandang question yan, no? Believe me, when I first got the job and I heard about a small city called Belleville, ang naglilinger lang sa akin yung dulo, Smallville, parang kay Superman, no? Pero as I do my research, and then eventually I had the opportunity to visit the place itself, I was astounded. I've been traveling for quite some time na. And yung talagang, I would say, yung scenic view, number one. And then I had the opportunity to speak with the locals and check kung how's the lifestyle ba? Ano ba yung magandang step up namin dito? What can we offer? Una sa lahat, sa Belleville, very open siya, if I may say. What do I mean by that? Marami kayong extracurricular activities na pwedeng gawin, just like fishing. Yan, mga Canadians talaga, gustong-gusto nila yan kasi isa yan sa mga hobbies nila. Sa mga international students naman currently na nandun, they're enjoying it. All they have to do is to get the permit. Kung nandun ka naman sa lifestyle na healthy, kasi nga, open spaces kami, especially, I want to highlight as well, yung Bay of Quintin. So, parang, in a nutshell, lagi siyang dinedescribe as Laguna de Bay.
Yeah.
Yun, diba? So, kayo, personally, napuntahan niyo yan, diba? So, ang laki nung space niya, ang dami niyang pwedeng gawin, jogging, trailing, and whatnot. So, in terms of safety, of course, we do have crime rate, pero it's a bit petty. Excuse my French. What do I mean by that? Yung simpleng, nakalimutan mo lang mag-cross dun sa fencing. Ganyan. At saka konti, syempre, dahil ko konti nga yung traffic, which is good, I appreciate, minsan nakakaligtaan nila yung traffic light. Personal experience, of course. In terms of housing naman, and I would say cost of living, because we are away from the Greater Toronto area, which is not bad, about an hour and a half away to 2 hours. Depende kung anong mode of transportation mo. Pwede siyang train or rail. Pwede rin naman siyang by private car. So, mababa ang cost of living. To give you a breakdown, for 450 Canadian dollars, meron ka ng shared accommodation. Meron kaming ino-offer doon na on-campus accommodation and even off-campus. Plus your groceries, about 200 to 300. And then you have, of course, this is me being transparent, may Baspas tayo for $65. Pero unlimited naman na siya. So, maganda siya. Mahirap siyang i-describe kapag wala tayong nakikita, no? Pero open naman yung mga resources natin dyan. Kung paano ko i-describe si Belleville, para siyang Nuvali, Laguna.
Exactly. I think that's the perfect description.
Correct.
Ng Belleville. Kasi pumunta na kasi ako doon, 'di ba? So nakita ko talaga yung alam mo yung it's a perfect place for you if you want to study kasi konti lang yung distraction.
Exactly.
Of course, may mga cinema sila doon, meron sinihan, 'di ba? Kung gusto mo ring mag-nightlife, meron din naman. Oo. Pero maliit kasi siya na parang community, no? So parang magkakakilala yung mga tao doon. And in fact, meron tayong the Filipino community in Belleville is growing.
Yes,
right?
It's thriving.
Yes, 'di ba? Kasi meron sila, guys, they have so sa lahat na napuntahan ko dun sa Canada, no, sa Ontario, sila lang ang merong sari-sari store.
Correct.
'Di ba? Which is owned by Filipino. Okay? So yung mga Pilipino doon din namimili.
Correct.
As in ang pangalan talaga ng store is
Belleville
sari-sari
store.
Oo, 'di ba? Tapos yun nga yung sabi mo, they go fishing on a weekend kasi pumunta kami doon, no? Tapos lakad ka lang doon sa park.
Correct. Maraming parks, maraming trails and whatnot. Again, ang kagandahan kasi nung area is you'll have your peace of mind kasi yung safety, plus hindi ka masyado din gagastos, if I may say. Perfect place yung mga ganong area because, of course, being an international student, ayaw na natin madagdagan pa yung isipin or stress natin in terms of expenditures.
Yes.
Of course, we want to be as much as possible focused doon sa study natin. Of course, meron din tayong hourly doon sa pag-work natin, 'di ba? Sa working hours natin, if I may say. So, at least for me, because I have a daughter, right? Remember, ma'am, she's taking what? UMS ngayon. So, ako bilang magulang, I'll be happy to place my daughter on that place, not only because that's the school that I'm with right now, pero personal experience and coming from the students na hanggang ngayon meron kaming contact because I have to check them from time to time.
Yeah, kasi I believe yung isang Filipino na nakausap ko, when she went in, yun nga, loyalist, no? Wala siyang relative.
True.
Pero she stayed to one of the, parang isang Filipino, diba? Doon siya nakitira for a while. Very accommodating yung mga Filipinos din doon.
Tuwan-tuwa
diba?
sila pag nakakita ng kapwa.
Kasi nga konti lang yung Filipino nung umpisa.
At the time, yes.
Oo, pero ngayon meron silang mga activities
Yes.
Diba?
Sobrang active natin doon.
Yung Quentin Bay.
The Quentin Bay, yes. Doon lagi.
So may mga performance doon yung mga Filipinos.
Yes.
Diba?
Araw ng Kagitingan. They do celebrate Araw ng Kagitingan.
Yes, oo. So hindi ka talaga hindi ka malulungkot, hindi ka mabobore because there are a lot of Filipinos over there and I think they love each other. They know each other actually.
Totoo. Magkakakilala ang mga Filipino sa Belleville.
Magkakakilala
sometimes
sila.
Scary, no? Kasi ay kilala ko nito, I even know where they do I live. Pero doon mo makikita kasi yung sense of community.
Yes.
And yung involvement nila doon sa surrounding. They help each other, kumbaga.
Sense of community and of course sense of belongingness.
Of course.
Kasi that is something that you are looking for when you move to another country. Especially if you are very, very young. I mean, 18 years old, graduate mo lang from senior high school, 'di ba? Tapos doon ka magka-college. So naghahanap ka ng sense of belongingness, 'di ba? So magandang place talaga siya. And yun nga, less distraction.
Exactly.
'Di ba? And then if you guys, no, if you are planning to study abroad and to bring your family with you, I think this is a perfect place. Very family-oriented yung location.
Totoo naman.
Very family-oriented yung location. And what about work opportunities? Siyempre, that's what they're looking for, di ba? Kasi merong opportunities inside the campus for sure yan.
Yep.
But within the Belleville area, are there a lot of job opportunities? Kasi yan yung mga kinukonsider ng mga international students, di ba? Kaya gusto ko sa Toronto kasi yan dyan merong
dyan city yan parang Manila.
Parang Manila, di ba? Pag, ayoko sa Cebu, gusto ko sa Manila kasi nandoon yung yung opportunities. So, sa Belleville ba, are there a lot of employment opportunities available?
Here's what I know and here's what our data have right now. And based to doon sa experience nung current student namin, we're talking about fall. Rather winter. So, snow to. So, ang in-embed ko na sa mind nila because winter, baka magkaroon tayo ng some challenges in terms of getting a job. because of the weather,
Yeah.
diba? You have to consider of those things, no?
Mm-mm.
Pero I was really surprised when some of them, of course, may very specific na hinahanap na work.
Mhm.
And you can't just push them na, ito muna kasi ito yung meron. Because they wanted to have their own portfolio or build their own portfolio. Pero ang time frame talaga or turnaround time is about 2 weeks. Pero nasa hospitality industry ka nito.
Mm.
And there's nothing wrong kasi dito mo ma-appreciate na, okay, nag-start ako from the scratch,
Yeah.
regardless of my background in the Philippines. Ganito pala yung mag-start muna.
Mhm.
Kaya mas, alam mo yun, mas nanunurture mo yung, okay, kailangan kong galingan dito kasi yung promotion nandyan.
Yeah.
But to answer directly your question, ma'am, are there job opportunities for international student, may it be domestic ba yan? Then the answer is yes. So, meron naman.
Mhm.
Pero kung very specific ka, gusto mo mag-manager ka, or sabihin natin kaagad na personal support worker
Yeah.
ang job mo, gusto mo nasa nursing
Mhm.
aid ka kagad na institution or what not, nasa hospice ka, syempre, kailangan mo muna ng Canadian, I would say, experience. So, kung part-time at part-time lang ang pag-uusapan natin, the answer is yes, meron. Kung full-time job naman, as long as you have the credential,
Yeah.
then definitely, meron din kami mga services na binibigay sa students to ensure naman na kung anong tinapos nilang program, yun yung aligned na job na makukuha nila.
Mhm. Yes. At ako personally, I always tell my students kasi if you're looking for a job, mahirap na sa Toronto kasi nga maraming tao di ba?
Yeah.
Parang Manila, congested na. So the competition, guys, is very, very, na talaga, competitive talaga, no? Kasi kumbaga, 10 kayong nag-a-apply tapos for 1 or 2 positions lang, di ba? When in fact, kapag nasa Belleville ka, syempre hindi ganun kadami ang tao.
Totoo.
Mas malaki ang opportunity mo na makakuha ng job. So that's what I've been telling the students palagi in order for them to choose Belleville.
Ako,
diba?
Miss Ems, sobrang, it might sound funny, no? Pero yung 65,000 na population namin, sobrang yabang ko na dyan.
Mhm.
Kasi hindi mo siya pwedeng i-compare doon sa population natin here in the Philippines right now. We're about 120 million. Versus Canada, it's about 44 million. Gaano ba kalaki si Canada versus sa Philippines? Times ilan yan? Kaya kapag yung community mo, katulad namin na nasa 65,000 na yan, magandang, I would say, sign yan na it's a thriving community. Okay? Labas na natin dun yung, nagigets ko yun, yung sinabi mo na, some students, even their parents, mas preferred nila ang Toronto.
Yeah.
Just because, kung pupuntahan natin yung analogy, parang dito sa Philippines, just like what you explained, no? Sa Manila, ang connotation lagi, maraming opportunities.
Yeah.
Pero we have to consider the cost of living. Ganun mo din siya tignan si Belleville. So, para siyang Laguna, meron kaming mall, meron din kaming, kompleto kami sa places of worship. We also have our open spaces para sa students. Meron kaming high school and elementary. Meron din kaming college, of which is, syempre kami yun. And I would say na you have to try it para malaman mo na, ay tama nga si Miss Ems at saka si Ate Ann when they describe Belleville.
Yeah. At saka, of course, walang traffic.
Oo.
Guys, walang traffic sa Belleville, ha?
Wala.
Oo. Toronto na traffic ako. Para siyang Metro Manila ang traffic.
Kasi siya, tawag dito, melting cup, di ba? Kung tawagin natin.
Totoo yan. And just to add lang doon sa cost of living, no? Bigyan lang natin siya ng example in terms of other places in Ontario. Doon kasi, hindi Uber ang tawag sa inyo, no? Yung sa taxi.
You ride.
Ano?
You ride
Oo,
yata.
you ride, oo. Tapos ang you ride doon, pwede mo siyang i-hire ata the whole day. So sila lang din ang driver.
Oo.
Kasi ilang beses ko sila nakasakay, no? Tapos, meron dong isang driver, no? Sabi, nakakwentuhan namin ni Carl. Originally from Mississauga sila. Immigrants din sila.
Yep.
Tapos citizen na sila sa Canada. So, nasa Mississauga sila, guys. Ngayon, syempre malaki rin yung anak niya, ganyan. Tapos, iba na rin yung cost of living doon.
Yes.
So, nag-move sila. They moved from Mississauga to Belleville.
To Belleville.
Okay? So, alam mo kung ilan yung, how did they spend their money doon nung pinagbentahan nila ng bahay. So, doon sa binenta nilang bahay, nakabili sila ng 2 bahay sa Belleville.
Yep.
Isa lang yung bahay na binenta nila sa Mississauga. They only have 1 house in Mississauga. But they were able to buy 2 houses doon sa Belleville. So, imagine nyo, ganun siya kamura yung cost of living.
Sa ngayon.
Okay.
Kasi, bakit ko sinabing sa ngayon? Kasi, ang mentality ngayon, ang nakikita namin sa data is pababa sila. Pa-eastern na yung mga estudyante, immigrants. No? Bakit? Kasi nga, lagi na lang natin kailangan intindihin yung cost of living. For example, you're earning about 15,000 Canadian dollars doon sa capital. Well, hindi naman sa capital, kay Toronto area. But you have to consider about your taxes, your food costs, your housing, plus your extracurricular activities. Then in the end, yung 15,000 mo, ang magiging take home mo na lang dyan, or ano ba yun, net ba yun o gross? Pagka
net.
Yung net mo. Siguro mga safe ka na dun sa 1,500s. Paano pa yung mga wants mo? Diba? Wherein, kapag nandun ka sa small city just like Belleville, sabihin mo yung 15,000 mo, ang house mo, kapag family of 4, realistically, nasa 2 bedrooms, 1.4, 1.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Depende talaga din sa budget mo. Plus, of course, yung food allowances nyo. So, ano pa? Diba? So, it really depends. Kung kaya naman sa Toronto, why not? Pero sa akin, ang gagawin ko lang yan, ang Toronto ko ay magiging pasyalan ko.
Yes, exactly.
Correct,
Yeah.
diba?
I was supposed to say na, paano ba pumunta from Belleville to Toronto? Kasi definitely there are a lot of Filipinos kasi na maraming relatives sa Toronto.
Yes, exactly. So, by train, na-try ko yan. Napakabait ng management ni Loyalist College because they let me experience. Kasi paano kung naman masasabi or puro na lang sa school, sa student ko siya kukuhanin. Ako mismo naka-experience na mag-train and very efficient siya. May wifi.
Yes. Guys, may wifi sila everywhere.
Economy pa yun.
Oo, diba?
Correct.
So may ganun pala, no? Economy. Correct. So akala ko regular lang talaga siya. So kami din experience namin yun ni Carl. So talaga nag-trend kami magmula Belleville going to Toronto.
Sa Union Station tayo.
Yes,
sa Union Station. Or kung meron naman tayong car, pwede naman mag-drive. Mga 1 hour and a half.
Yeah.
Wag lang mata-traffic sa Highway 401.
So that's it, guys. So yan yung tinatawag natin na Belleville, Ontario. So if you guys are planning to study in Canada, no, try to consider yung Belleville, Ontario kasi especially if you have your family. Again, murang cost of living. Tapos ano pa, family-oriented.
Safety.
Konti yung distractions, guys. Diba?
Yes.
Maniwala kayo sa akin, napakatahimik niya. So, sobrang peaceful dun sa area na yon. So, thank you for those information, and sana na-enlighten namin kayo, guys, no, to think about Belleville, Ontario. Okay? So, now let's talk about naman your institution. Of course, Loyalist College, di ba? So, ano yung difference, no? Or ano pwede natin sabihin? What makes Loyalist College at par from other colleges in Ontario? Ang dami kasing colleges in Ontario, universities, colleges, di ba?
May polytechnic pa tayo.
May polytechnic pa. So, ganun ang mga eskwelahan sa sa Canada, guys. May colleges, may polytechnics, tapos you have universities. Tama ba?
Tama.
O, yun.
Tama.
So, eto, Loyalist is a college,
yes,
right?
we're a college.
So, anong difference niya?
Yung magandang question yun, no? Ako in general, lagi kong sinasabi to, kapag sa Canada ka nag-aral, regardless kung polytechnic, university, or ano kanyan, college na katulad ni Loyalist, number 1, syempre, yung academics mo. Ano yan eh? Tawag doon? Recognized internationally. Okay, number 1. Pero bakit ba Loyalist College? It's because of we are very student-centric. You can ask the Filipino community students natin or even different nationalities kung paano kami ka-helpful, if I may say, even if we are a small college. Bakit ko sinasabing small college? By the way, yung population namin ng mga students, combined na si domestic and international, nasa 4,000 students kami. So, anong ibig sabihin yun, Ate Ann? Bakit mo hina-highlight yung population? Kasi, I want you to understand na isa sa reason kung bakit kami nagiging study destination na ngayon, it's because yung classroom size namin. Maximum 30 students. Anong advantage nun? Hands-on learning. Kilala ka ng teacher mo, ng professors mo, and mas makikilala mo yung mga classmates mo in the end. And in the future, of course, baka maging colleagues mo pa sila dun sa parehong industry kung anong gusto nyo. Another thing is, yung mga programs namin is very aligned sa mga shortage right now sa Canada. By the way, Loyalist College is a public institution in Canada, and we've been doing this since 1967. We do offer up to 70 full-time programs. Pero pag pinag-uusapan natin yung PGWP programs, ayun, siguro naman na enlighten na yung ibang students with the current podcast and whatnot. We offer up to 22 certificate diploma and advanced diploma. Pero dun sa postgraduate programs namin, meron kaming 6 programs na ino-offer.
So when we say postgraduate work permit, does it mean ba na lahat ng programs na yon are eligible for postgraduate work permit? So guys, pag sinabi natin postgraduate work permit, you're allowed to work after completing the program.
Yes.
Okay.
Yun yung advantage lagi. Basta pag nasa public institution ka din sa Canada, hindi ba? So to answer your question, Miss Ems, yung programs namin, 22 na diploma at saka certificate advanced diploma. Tapos 6 na postgraduate. Ganun siya. Yun yung mga eligible for PGWP. With the current changes that we had dito sa Canada, di ba? Ang kagandahan nun, okay, take note the word is kagandahan nun, we were able to be very specific kung ano ba yung shortage, saan ba may needs, para naman pagdating ng graduation ni student, meron talaga silang job na makukuha aligned, di ba? Kasi baka sabihin nyo, naghigpit sa Canada. Di po. Para kay students din yun, maniwala kayo. Bakit kamo? Kung lahat ng students gustong mag-business, ano na mangyayari doon sa ibang industries? Kawawa naman, hindi ba? Kaya yung iba, kahit nasa business, kung ano na lang yung program or job na makuha nila. But ngayon, sobrang specified na siya. Mas maganda. Okay, nasa engineering background ako. Do I have a future in Canada in the next 10 years? Then, tsaka mo ngayon kausapin si IDP. Mamili na panood ko yung usapan niyo ni Ate Ann. Medyo curious ako doon sa topic niyo. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? O, diba? So, mas pinaganda yung process. It's a challenging process. Okay? It's a painful change, pero change is good. Yun yung lagi ko sinasabi.
Yeah, so yung program kasi ngayon, di ba, because of the changes, no? So are you saying that these programs na meron kayo ngayon are specifically aligned siya dun sa needs ng labor market?
Correct.
Ng Canada?
Let me give you an example. Early childhood education. Okay? So, sa data na meron kami ngayon, ito yung mga may background sa pagti-teacher, no? Kung gusto mo maging teaching assistant, kasama yan sa program mo, masa-certify ka dyan. Kasi hindi basta-basta magturo sa Canada right now. You have to be certified. So, with the data that we have right now, ang basic salary niya or annual salary based on 2023 sa early childhood education is about 45,000 to 47,000 annually. Doon. Gaano kalaki yung labor shortage niya? More than 20,000. Sinong makikinabang nun? Of course, this is me being realistic, ha? Ma'am, alam mo yan, kung paano ako mag-nurture ng student. Ang makikinabang talaga yun, syempre yung mga gagraduate.
Yeah.
So, ang tanong dun, sa mga schools in Ontario, gaano kaya karami yung mga students na gagraduate this year? Masusuffice kaya nila yung 20,000 na shortage? The answer is no. Okay? That's the answer is no. So, ibig sabihin, if you start your career or your studies now, in the next 2 years, gagraduate ka na, baka kasama ka pa doon sa 20,000 na gap na yon. And it could add up pa. Yeah. Kasi nga, booming na yung population. Ang mga Canadians naman, hindi naman katulad ng ibang nation niya na hindi masyadong, alam mo yun, kailangan talaga. May shortage talaga na kailangan fulfill. So, you think ahead of time. Kung lahat tayo magbe-business, ano mangyayari sa other industry? Tignan mo kung saan ka aligned. Ano ba to? Sa work experience mo ba to? Sa study mo ba yan? Kaya nandito si IDP para mabigyan din kayo ng guidance. Ako, ang work ko or ang pinaka ginagawa ko talaga is to make sure na you are fully supported. Alam nila yan. Hindi ako basta yung namimilit lang ng program kasi by the end of the day, gusto ko pag nagkita tayo sa Loyalist, pagka nag-graduate na kayo, sasabihin mo, Ate Ann, thank you so much dun sa support mo. Tama ka, hindi ko kinuha yung program na yun kasi ito pala talaga yung para sa akin. Oh, look at me now. Ganun siya.
Oo, guys. Hindi totoo yung chismis na wala ng future in Canada. Ang kailangan lang natin ngayon malaman is, ito bang program na to is aligned dun sa labor market?
Exactly. And
diba?
Am I qualified? Am I eligible? Yes. Sa program? O dahil lang sa, narinig ko,
maganda
personal support worker daw po, may caregiver pathway. Pwede po ba? Ano pong background niyo? Business. Meron po ba tayong background sa healthcare? Wala po. Nakapag-testable ba tayo kahit na 6 months to 1 year? Wala po.
Pero what if is there also a possibility, kasi you mentioned it, no? Kung graduate ako ng business, but let's say for example, I want to study in healthcare. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi nga natin parang, wala na masyado sa sa business, no? So, I would like to shift career. Would that be possible? Like, for example, I'm a business administration graduate and I would like to pursue yung sa healthcare eventually. Wala ko experience sa healthcare. And then, would it be possible to take, for example, practical nursing?
Let's say,
or personal support worker.
Si personal support worker, ang eligibility requirements niya, we do accept K-12 graduates.
Okay.
But they need to take English proficiency exam, of course. Pero yung dun sa scenario mo, anong ba nang tinitignan ni admission officer dyan? First off, yung credential mo. Meron ka bang mga subjects aligned kay personal support worker? Wala po. Okay. Kung wala, di tignan natin yung work experience mo. Kaysa kailangan natin i-justify yan eh. Kung sa admission officer pa lang namin, hindi na siya eligible, tapos ipapapush mo, paano ka na kay immigration officer? Diba? So, possible ba siya magkaroon ng opportunity to become a personal support worker rather? The answer is a yes or no. I can't directly kasi depende yun doon sa portfolio ni student.
Yes. It will always depend on how you are going to justify your reason kung bakit yun ang kukunin mo.
Totoo.
Diba? At the end of the day, ikaw pa rin ang magde-decide.
Exactly.
So we're only here, IDP and of course Loyalist College to guide you. Diba? Kung ano yung better program for you.
Correct.
But if you insist na ito yung program na gusto ko, that's always okay. And I think it's always okay to shift career.
Yeah, it's always.
Diba? As long as you are able to justify kung bakit.
At saka yun ang kagandahan kasi sa Canada. Diba? You can be who you wanted to be.
Exactly.
Diba? Oo. Ganun siya.
Oo. Hindi sila anong tawag doon? Yung parang
focus lang kung
discriminate.
Yeah, no, we don't discriminate.
Oo. Tsaka
even sa age.
Diba? Yes. Wala silang age.
Gender.
Yes. Wala. Oo. Meron pa nga sila doon. I believe meron pa nga kayo doon parang mga flags for gender equality.
Yep.
Yeah. Oo. Ganon sila ka-open. Okay. We've talked about job opportunities kanina sa anong tawag dito? Sa Belleville. Inside the campus, are they also allowed to work?
Yes. Yan lagi yung ina-advocate ko dun sa mga existing international students, maybe a Filipino, Nepalese, Myanmar, and whatnot, na as early as your first semester, baka kaya ng schedule nyo. Give yourself an opportunity to, widen your network, kumbaga. Kasi sayang yung, alam mo yun, not only extra funding mo yun, pero yung experience mo na, ay, ganito pala sa Loyalist kapag ka naging Loyalist Life Ambassador ka, no? Kaya ko palang mag-risk management, crowd control, o paano pag napunta ka kaya sa marketing, edi sama ka kay ate and we do webinars. Mga ganyan ba?
Yeah. Anong would I say, in demand or famous program among Filipinos sa Loyalist?
Gandang question yan. Personal support worker.
Personal support
worker, yes. At the time din, meron pa kami business programs, of course, global business management, project management. Pero sa ngayon, personal support worker at saka early childhood education.
Early childhood education, yeah. And I believe nung sa Belleville, no, parang bawat sulok ata, nangangailangan sila ng personal support workers. Oo, kasi ang dami talagang no?
Ano siya it's an aging community.
Oo, yes.
Yung mga locals namin, hindi pa pag-graduate ng high school. So, talagang we needed help in that industry kasi.
So, would you say na it's okay to get a personal support worker? For example, a newly grad na senior high school.
As long as they are willing to embrace yung work itself, hindi lang dahil sa ito yung in-demand at ito yung, alam mo yung magbibigay sa'yo ng PR pathway, di ba? Pero maganda siyang trabaho. Kailangan mo lang talaga na maging pasyensyoso doon sa mga tao with your surroundings. Kasi it's a it will be mentally and physically challenging. Especially kung sanay ka na petics or easy ang life natin sa Canada. Sa Philippines rather.
Yes, so dapat siguro kahit hindi personal support worker in any other programs.
Pharmacy technician, ma'am.
Oo. Pero ibig sabihin, talagang you really have to embrace it.
Of
Not
course.
just because you wanted to apply for, you wanted to live in Canada
Just for the sake of I'm there and being a permanent resident. Diba?
Oo. Talaga, you have to embrace everything.
Correct.
Para talaga mag-drive ka.
Totoo.
Diba? Kasi just ko no, you're miles away from Philippines.
Yes.
And from your relatives.
Correct.
Wala dun, unless andun yung mo, diba? Immediate family mo. But otherwise, if you're starting, talagang you really have to be resilient, diba? Para talagang what do you call this? Progress
ka, correct.
Oo,
and
diba?
saka doon mo talaga ma-develop na, ay, kaya ko pala.
Oo.
Mahirap talaga sa una yung adjustment, especially kung galing ka talaga sa family-oriented, no? Lifestyle nyo, ganyan. Pero I would say na being alone and doing things on your own would really help you hone para dun sa future mo na hindi lahat nakukuha ng madali. Pero pagka nakuha mo na yung goal mo, mas masaya kasi alam mo pinaghirapan.
Yes. And then, you've mentioned kanina, yung mga programs na in demand, diba? That are aligned dun sa
labor shortage
ng Canada. So, guys, ang daming opportunities, diba?
Correct.
For Loyalist College. And I think this is the time for us to think about our programs. Ano ba talaga ang gusto mong gawin sa buhay?
Gusto mo bang maging engineer?
Oo.
Gusto mo bang maging construction?
Diba?
Engineer? Gusto mo bang maging welder? O baka matawa kayo, ay, pupunta pa ako ng Canada, mag-aaral pa ako ng welding. Naku, kung alam niyo lang kung gaano kaganda and stable yung industry na yan, baka sabihin niyo, sige na nga, dapat pala noon pa ako naging welder.
Yeah, oo.
Diba? Pinag-aaralan pa pala yun.
Exactly. And guys, alam mo ba, yung campus nila, ang laki. Ang laki ng campus nila, pwede mo siyang i-compare sa university dito sa Pilipinas. Diba?
UP Diliman.
Yes.
Ganun siya.
Ganun siya. It's a very big campus, no? It's a very big campus. And then sa loob ng campus, andun, makikita mo yung mga facilities nila.
Yes. We have our own spa. The Unwind Spa. We have our own gym. We have our...
Ang laki ng gym nila. Ang laki ng spa nila. Okay.
Diba? May indoor and outdoor basketball court kami. May soccer field kami. May football field. Ano pa? Since that we do have our own on-campus accommodation, we also have our laundry area. Kung restaurant naman ang pag-uusapan, we have Resto 213. Okay, para doon sa mga culinary students namin. Sila yung magkakapag-experience sa inyo ng fine dining experience.
Yes. Ang laki, hindi mo akalain na meron pala dito sa loob ng campus, no?
May may training center, right? For example, we have automotive. So, hindi lang yan yung mga cast cars, no? Talagang may makina yan para maintindihan mo.
Is it parang talyer?
It is.
Guys, oo.
Hands-on learning ka talaga doon. Hindi pwede yung puro computer-based ka lang, model scale ka lang, ganyan. Hindi.
Kahit sa welding, may nakita rin ako mga doon, babae doon.
Yes.
Oo. Kasi nga, isa yun sa mga, not only in demand, pero talagang isa sa mga may pinakamataas na salary din
Exactly.
Diba? So, kasi dito sa Pilipinas, we're just, used of seeing na male doing yung mga
construction,
welding,
carpentry.
Diba? Yung mga welders, carpentry. Pero sa kanila hindi. Kahit female meron. And then, yun nga, yung sabi mo nga kanina doon sa, ano tawag dito, sa mga sasakyan?
Sa automotive namin.
Automotive. Ang laki, pwede pumasok sa sasakyan. Ang laki niya, guys. Hindi lang siya, para siyang para siyang kasa talaga.
Correct. Kasi yung na-experience ko dito noon sa ibang schools, cast lang siya. So, hindi mo, alam mo yun, yung parang Lego lang. Tapos, ito yung belt, ito yung ganito. Sa amin, hindi. You have to experience it.
It's a hands-on experience, guys.
Totoo.
Gumagawa sila nun. Hands-on experience talaga. Na paglabas mo talaga.
Kaya kapag mag-change oil ka talaga, hindi ka nakinig doon sa professor mo, maliligo ka talaga ng
oil. Kasi it's a hands-on experience Totoo siyang talir
Kahit sa healthcare, di ba? Nakita mo yung facility doon. Medyo natakot ako doon. Kasi may heartbeat. Sabi ko talaga, ay, nakakaloka pala.
Yeah, diba? Yung facilities nila sa healthcare, for example, mag-personal support worker ka, no? So, daig pa nila yung mga private schools dito.
Exactly.
With the kind of facilities that they have. So, ano talaga, no? Quality education.
Of course.
And of course, hands-on training.
Hands-on training. Yan lagi ang sinasabi namin. It's a safe environment sa lahat ng nationalities. Kahit ano pang religion ang pinapractice mo, we respect that. Kahit yung gender mo, kung ano yan, lahat sa amin, we welcome everyone.
So, ang ganda, ang daming opportunities, diba? Tapos, hindi rin sila nagdi-discriminate kung ano yung gender mo. They don't care. They don't care about your age, diba? Ang importante, matuto ka. Diba?
Correct.
Okay. So, we've talked about more about yung mga dyan sa academics, no? Ano ba ngayon ang, pag-usapan naman natin ngayon, ano ba yung lifestyle ng mga students? Sabihin, paano sila nag-unwind?
Meron akong isang student, itago na lang natin sa pangalan na CA. Ang work niya, before here in the Philippines, she was based in Cebu, police siya. Okay? Then, winter intaker siya. Currently, nasa hospitality industry siya.
Mm-hmm.
Ang kagandahan ng lifestyle ngayon ni CA, mas may freedom, if I may say. Okay? Then, since ang partner niya ay nasa US, they tend to meet easier para sa kanila. Binibisita siya ng partner niya. Ang hobby niyan kasi I would say, unite with the other Filipino communities. Videoke, driving around, eating doon sa limited Filipino restaurant. Yun yung mga bagay na ginagawa niya. So, ang work niya, ngayon alam ko nasa night shift. Pero, believe me, almost everyday kami magka-chat just to check on.
Ano yung mga common challenges nila? Mga Filipino, specifically for Filipino students.
So, Filipino students, ang lagi ko lang naririnig sa kanila is namimiss nila yung family nila because of the time gap. And it's not easy at saka hindi siya ganun ka-affordable pag uuwi ako ng Philippines. Kailangan mag-budget ka. Pero the way they cope up is by, of course, setting up a call or being with their friends, if I may say. And si CA, nakatira yan on campus. Initially, merong konting challenge kasi different nationalities ang makakasama niya Hindi niya naiintindihan bakit sila ganito. Ganun din yung different nationalities na kasama. Bakit kaya ganito to? But now, mas cohesive na yung environment because they had the opportunity to talk about it, sit down and, alam mo, hindi okay sa akin tayo. Can we meet in the, magkaroon tayo ng middle ground on how can we work on this? So, bukod sa academic side, natututo ka rin ng different culture unconsciously. Dahil naandun ka sa community na international kayo. So ngayon, mas naintindihan na, kaya pala sila ganito. It's because natural na sa kanila. It's not that they're being rude. Minsan kasi, ganun din yung perspective
nila sa'yo.
Of course, exactly. Kung tingin mo sa kanila medyo pushy, ganun din ang tingin mo kasi nagbabutt heads kayo because you don't have the common ground.
Exactly.
Yung tama sa'yo, maybe mali sa kanila, vice versa.
So, mas gumaganda yung perspective mo, di ba?
Exactly. Mas lumalawak yung pagkakaintindi mo. Ganun din ako when I worked before sa Hong Kong, hindi ba? I don't understand bakit parang sumisigaw tong mga Hongki. Pero hindi pala. Natural speaking voice nila. It's the tone of their voice and the way they cascade their information. So, magandang opportunity talaga yan. If you have the chance and capability, bakit mo ihihindran sin sarili mo na, okay, try mo. Wala namang masama.
Yes. Yeah, just always give it a try.
Of course.
Diba? And then, how, I remember when I went there, parang magi-start pa lang yung class. Yeah, so how do you welcome the student para mag-assimilate sila doon sa community?
We do have a 1-week orientation. Ang kagandahan doon sa orientation, laging maraming activities. Exactly. What do I mean by that? Day 1, introductions kung sino yung president namin and CEO, si Sir Mark. And then, yung Faculty of Health and Sciences and whatnot. And then we also give tours. Plus, on top of it, by the end of the day, for sure, meron niyang party doon sa favorite kong hangout doon sa
Shark Tank.
Tama ba? Correct. Isa yan doon sa gusto ko talagang tambayan, promise. Parang nahirapan yata sa akin yung manager kung hanapin ako at that time kasi I was really moving around. By the way, si Shark Tank pub is literal na pub. May PlayStation, may billiard tables, may ping-pong tables.
Gusto yung mag-video okay guys.
Okay. So, ang kailangan mo lang spend doon, of course, when you order. Pero lahat ng facilities doon, kasama sa tuition.
Available.
Yes. Video okay. Doon ko lang ulit na-experience yung silent disco. Familiar ka silent disco?
Yes.
Naka-headset ang mga bata, tapos naka-strobe light. Ang galing nga naman. Control yung noise pollution, which is good.
Pinaka nagustuhan ko sa kanila, no? Syempre, international students. So, we went doon nga sa pub Shark Tank. Shark Tank, tama
Shark
ba?
Tank, yeah.
Okay. Tapos, every country, meron silang kanya-kanyang table.
Correct.
And they present whatever. Parang
it's like the international day ba? Or during the orientation?
That's during the orientation. Yes. Tapos may kanya-kanyang booth bawat countries. Tapos naglalagay sila ng anything doon. Food. No?
Or yung mga, or mga
Anything that would
represent
their
Yes.
country.
Yes,
Tapos
yes.
yung iba naka-costume pa.
Mm-mm.
Oo, I remember yung dalawang Filipino yun
Is it Angel ba?
Angel at
Mm-mm.
saka yung isa.
Oo.
So, ano ko sila, naka-Filipiniana.
Oo.
Oo, tapos may mga pagkain sila doon. And then you have to visit the other, booth.
Correct.
Tapos you have to try their foods.
Mm-mm.
Siyempre kasi mag-offer sila sa'yo, how does it taste?
Totoo.
Grabe lahat na yun, kinainan namin. So, sobrang busog na talaga ako. So, I have to decline for some. Hindi ko lang alam kung ma-offend sila. Pero talaga, but you have to, be polite lang in declining their offers. Kasi ang daming booth eh.
Correct. So,
Diba?
kami, 30 different nationalities na kami.
Exactly, ang
We are
dami.
catering 30 different
Oo.
nationalities.
Tapos sa kabilang banda doon, may nagsasayaw, guys.
Saka doon, you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
Promise. As long as you're not harming
Mhm.
yung mga other students.
I think they are allowed to drink din,
Doon, sa
Sa pub.
Sa pub.
Oo.
Hanggang 12 yun.
Oo.
ng madaling
Uy,
araw.
guys, magugustuhan nyo doon.
Oo. Ano siya,
Ako,
may craft beer kami.
oo.
Maiyabang ko lang.
Oo,
May
diba?
craft beer kami doon.
Ako at my age nung punta ako, talagang nagulat ako. Kasi wala dito sa school natin yun eh. At saka bawal.
Bawal doon sa, oo.
Bawal may mga ibang school nga, di ba, na parang,
May distance pa, dadayo pa. Yes.
Hindi mo pwedeng itabi yung mall sa school, ganyan.
Correct.
Pero guys, this one, it's inside the campus. So you can do whatever you want.
Correct.
If
As
you want
long
to
as
sing, di ba?
You need to control yourself and how to handle your alcohol.
Oo, pero ang ganyan talaga, guys. So kung gusto mo mag-unwind doon,
Totoo.
andun lang sila lahat, no?
Library namin, si
Oo.
Parrot Library, ang laki.
Ang
dami
laki.
naming collection of books, almanacs and whatnot, references books.
Yung library ninyo, it's like parang open siya sa
Mm-mm.
space, di ba? Hindi naman open space, may glass,
Oo.
may nature.
Mm-mm.
So, parang,
Twilight style.
yes, oo, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So talagang in terms of studying,
Correct.
talagang siya, very convenient siya for the students.
Exactly.
'Di ba? Oo. So, pero talagang highlight sa akin palagi yung pub house.
Ako yung pub, yung pub at saka yung stationery namin. Kung saan ako kumuha ng merch.
Parang hindi ko napuntahan yun. Kasi kung napuntahan
Nasa basement din siya. Nasa basement. Kasi malaki siya.
Oo.
Ako, it took me about 3 hours and a half.
Okay, I remember. Yun yung may mga merch ba?
Yes.
Yes.
Oo, yung mga stationery.
Yes,
shop.
yeah,
yan,
oo.
Doon siya.
Grabe, ang laki niya. Nakakapagod siya.
Oo. Tapos, hindi ko alam at the time na naka-wifi ready kami.
Talaga ba?
Yung area na, yung buong school,
Oo.
hindi ko alam. Iniwan ko yung phone ko. Kasi being me, gusto ko, makita ko talaga yung buong school. Totoo ba na meron kami nito? Functional ba to? Kasi syempre, that's what I'm promoting, hindi ba? Ang hirap naman na sabihin ko, maganda yung library namin, tapos wala pa kaming libro.
Malaki yung library nila, guys.
Pero, nung umikot ako, 3.5 hours ako nawala.
Oo.
Kasi nakakatuwa, ang daming pintuan.
Oo. I really have to be very careful. Ayoko himiwalay kay Carl noon. Kasi pag himiwalay ako, maliligaw talaga ako.
Medyo malaki siya. Kasi
Oo.
syempre, it's something new for us, hindi ba?
Oo.
So, it's okay. Pati yung aming cafeteria, okay. Ganyan siya.
Grabe. Yung cafeteria nila parang, anong tawag dito?
Food court talaga.
Food court.
Mm-mm.
Oo. Sa atin ang cafeteria is maliit lang, di ba? Ito
Kasi
guys, food court
yun
to.
yung scale na dapat nating maintindihan na pag nasa international school ka talaga, magugulat ka. May wow factor talaga. It's always have a, because we are accustomed of, eto na yung canteen natin. Ito yung food choices natin, tatlong meal. Diba? Sa atin, in general to maganda yung food options mo. Diba? So, you should try. Check our website para makita nyo kung anong pinagmamalaki namin na campus. By the way, meron din kami sa Port Hope baka nakakalimutan na.
Oo. Port Hope is a new campus.
Yes,
Tama
new
ba?
campus 2023. Yes po.
So, anong ino-offer niyo doon sa Port Campus?
Few programs. Meron kami din, early childhood education, a little bit of business programs, pero hindi siya PGWP.
How far is it from
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
The way I describe Port Hope, kung kilala niyo si Pennywise dun sa It, yung clown, doon po sinut yung movie na yun.
Okay.
So, akala ko before, nasa studio lang. Di ba, normally ganyan. Pero when I research, ano ba meron sa Port Hope? Doon pala siya sinut. Okay.
Yung niya, yung facilities niya, is it the same with Belleville?
Okay. So, what we have in Port Hope is few programs, and we also offer on-campus accommodation as well, student services. Maganda yun. Ang ibig sabihin yan, kapag kailangan mo ng help in terms of your resume or biodata, we can do that for you for free. Meron kami yan. So, dun sa question mo yung Miss Ems, kung anong mga programs. I don't want to give out, alam mo yun, yung baka. Kasi it changes na from time to time.
Okay.
Check niyo yung website namin.
Pero it grows, no? Kasi konti pa lang.
Before,
Understand.
3 lang yung programs namin doon, promise.
Understandable kasi it's a new campus.
It's a new campus. If my memory serves me right, when I was there, hindi pa siya fully open yung campus, pero meron na kaming na-rent na isang building. Would you believe na sinagot ni Loyalist College yung transportation ng student at saka hotel accommodation nila hanggat hindi natatapos yung school? Ganun siya.
Nice.
Kasi we want to make sure na okay, nagbukas kami ng campus dito tapos sabi niyo may accommodation, sabi niyo may transportation, tapos wala. No, we shoulder that. We want to make sure yung mga students is very comfortable doon sa area and proud to say na finally fully functional.
Fully functional na.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Thank you also for mentioning yung transportation. No? Nakalimutan ko itanong. So, how is the transportation for the students? Let's say sa Belleville. Meron bang bus?
Yes, we do have BTAP. Yan, yung app na ginagamit ng mga students. As mentioned, $65 siya per month. Unlimited na siya. So, Belleville is a 10-minute city. Laging sinasabi ni David yan, if you would remember. Pagka nagkakaroon kami ng webinar noon. Bakit? Kasi, maliit lang siya. Okay? Yeah. Pero syempre, dahil may bus stops, sometimes it takes about 15 to 25 minutes. Kaya ang mga students ko doon, laging on time. Kasi pagka na-miss nila yung bus, they have to wait again. Pero hindi lang isa yung bus namin. Baka isipin nyo, isang bus lang kaya hindi. Kasi syempre, nag-iikot-ikot siya.
So, madali lang ang accommodation.
Yes.
Yung $65 per month na yon, they can use it anytime?
Anytime.
O hindi lang sa campus nyo?
Anytime.
So, anywhere they go?
Yes.
Within Belleville?
Within Belleville.
Okay.
Kagandahan nito, ma'am, meron din tayong specific bus stop doon sa campus. Yes. Priority tayo, syempre.
Yeah. How far is it from your,
yung mismong facade ng campus, mga 3 to 5 minutes walk lang. Meron din yung sa babaeng mismo.
Yes.
Di ba parking, 5 yung parking spaces namin. Saan bang side? Sa left side niya, may bus stop.
So, very convenient, guys. No?
Na-try ko din yung bus when I was there.
Oo, nag-try din kami ng bus. Lahat trinay namin.
Kasi kailangan nating ma-experience yan. Huwag lang puro doon sa, kamusta yung bus doon? Eto, nakasakay kami. Paano experience mo? Diba?
Exactly, oo. Dapat ma-experience mo kasi paano mo siya i-deliver sa mga students if you yourself haven't experienced that, di ba? Dapat lagi tayong first-hand experience, guys, no? And I can vouch to that kasi talagang nakita namin yung area, the community, nakita namin yung school, their facilities, grabe.
Malaki yung mall, tama?
Ang mall? Oo. Well, okay. Malaki ang mall, okay, pero syempre nagulat ako sa mall kasi ang mall ko is diba? MOA.
Yes.
Robinsons.
For high scale,
yes.
upscale, no?
Oo. Mega Mall.
Correct.
Diba? SM City. Malalaki.
Correct.
Pero iba ang mall sa kanila. Oo.
Diba?
Pero sa kanila, that's big already. Pero okay lang. Kasi mura naman yung bili.
Totoo. Gusto ko yan. Yung dollar store. Biktima ako ng, $1 lang yan.
Oo. At saka kahit dun sa isang mall doon, no? Kasi parang I was trying to buy something. Pero sabi ko, wag na kasi pupunta pa ako ng Toronto. Ang bigat, diba? Pagdating ko doon sa Toronto, medyo mahal na siya.
Medyo mataas talaga.
Oo. So,
yun yung difference. Walang pinagkaiba nga kapag nasa Manila ka, tapos pupunta ka ng Batangas.
Yes, exactly.
Or Laguna. Medyo mababa ng konti.
Oo. So, yun lang yung pinagsisihan ko. Sana bumili na ako.
Tara, balik tayo. Ulitin natin.
Mga bukas.
Sige. Ay, wag. Mayroon pala akong schedule eh.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. So there are a lot of opportunities, no, in Loyalist College. So if you wanted to work also in Loyalist, meron din sila doon, di ba? Anong tawag doon pag nag-work
Loyalist
sila?
Life Ambassador.
Yeah.
LLA.
LLA. Oo, marami sila doon. Do they get paid?
Yeah.
Oo, they get paid, no?
Hourly rate yun.
Hourly rate, okay. And that's apart from their
on top of the 24 hours
per week nila.
Correct.
Oh, they will earn pa another one.
Correct.
Okay. So, madali lang mag-apply.
Siyempre naman, sa kada job vacancies, kailangan may qualification.
Yeah.
So, if you are qualified, pumasa sa interview, depende kung saan department, of course, they'll give you opportunity. I think we already hired about 227 domestic and international students. Being part of the Loyalist Life Ambassador. Again, depende yan kung saang department. Meron kaming needs ng manpower.
Yes. And most importantly, syempre, hindi lang pwede aral, di ba?
Correct. Dapat
so let's make use of the Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, oo. Hindi mo na kailangang bumiyahe pa sa Toronto to experience yung
Diba?
Nightlife na yan. Meron din naman kaming bars and other activities.
Oo. Meron din silang bars doon. Pero syempre, kung ako estudyante, nagtitipid ako, dito na ako.
Oo.
Kasi same lang siya talaga.
Ganun lang siya.
Ganun siya.
Karaoke night, depende pa yan kung anong schedule. Kung Wednesday, karaoke night, Tuesday, disco kayo, o baka mamaya may baking lesson pa yan. So, really
guys, it's so big. I'm telling you, malaki talaga siya. So,
pero, lagi ang sinasabi, di ba? Small give us the power to do big things. Kaya
exactly. Yan ang kanilang mantra.
Lagi namin sinasabi yan.
Okay, so there you have it, guys. So there are a lot of opportunities sa Loyalist College in Belleville itself. Mm-hmm. So kung meron kayong mga relatives or if you're still thinking of studying abroad, especially in Canada, so this is an opportunity for you to take a look sa Belleville.
Correct.
'Di ba? Ano ba yung pwede nating ibigay? Ano ba yung goal natin? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung budget na meron tayo? Let's look into our budget. It's important And then of course, sinabi rin kanina ni Ana, kapag andun tayo, of course, kailangan mag-start tayo from the scratch,
yes.
Kasi just to let you know, guys, yung iba kasi pag aalis sa Canada, akala nila palaging green,
I'm a manager.
Manager ako. I'm a director. Yes. So, guys, we all have to start from the scratch. And it's not a walk in the park.
It's not.
For you to be able to reach your goal in studying abroad and, achieving your dream in Canada, not only in Canada, but in any other destinations itself, it's not a walk in the park.
It's not.
Kailangan resilient ka.
Correct.
You have to accept. Yung tenacity mo talagang, patience.
Correct.
Diba? So, kung sa tingin mo, you have this kind of, characteristics ba tawag or personality. Diba? Na kaya mo mag-thrive. Come on, let's submit na your application with Canada.
Correct.
With IDP, rather. Okay? So, ngayon, Ann, ito yung pagkakataon mo. This is your opportunity. Naligawan mo yung ating mga viewers and listeners to come and enjoy Belleville and to submit their applications to Loyalist College.
Sa akin, very straightforward ako doon sa mga na-meet ko na before sa mga IDP events, webinars ba yan, info session ba yan o coffee sessions na yan. Very straightforward ako na sinasabi ko sa inyo na our job, just like I've mentioned earlier, is to be your guide. My job is to make sure na pagdating nyo doon or bago pa kayo dumating doon, meron kayong safe place. Second is, every time that you have some issues, wag lang financially, okay? Labas tayo dyan. Meron kayong matatakbuhan. Hindi lang si Ate Ann, kung hindi yung team namin, we always support our students no matter how hard the, challenge is. Second is, kung sa academic side, wala tayong magiging problema kay Loyalist College because recognized siya internationally. If you want to pursue your higher education, may pathway kami dyan. Okay? Pangalawa, ano ba yung mga experience na gusto nyong i-grasp pag naandun kayo sa Canada? Let alone at Loyalist College. With IDP, you can never go wrong. Their services are free. Nagre-reply po sila. Okay? Parang ako lang din yan. Nagre-reply din lagi. Hindi ko na kaya pang magbigay ng more words kasi syempre it will sound biased kasi I could always promote good things. Wag na lang kayo maniwala sa akin. Tanungin nyo na lang yung mga estudyante namin. Totoo ba yung sinasabi ni Ate Ann na meron kaming help na nakukuha kapag nandun na kami? Totoo kaya yung sinabi ni Ate Ann na merong work opportunities kapag nandun na kami? O baka naman promotion na lang to tapos biktima kami ng mga narinig. So to know more about our students, to meet them, you just have to send a message, pwede naman directly sa akin or connect with IDP.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you so much. So guys, if you are interested to study in Loyalist College, you can send us a message, Send nyo lang kami ng messages and then we have a lot of offices here in Metro Manila, Luzon, and Vismin as well. And again, katulad ng sinabi kanina ni Ann, all our services are free. As in, free siya, guys. Wala siyang, anong tawag doon?
Service fee ba? Processing fee?
Yeah, wala siyang processing fee, wala siyang No
Baka
strings
tuition.
attached.
Baka tuition free ba sa inyo?
At tuition fee, iba naman yun, Ben. Hindi naman. Tuition fee may bayad na, no? May mga ganyan kaming students.
Yes.
Sabi niyo po, free. Yeah, the services are free, but of course, you've got to pay the tuition fee, but not with IDP, but directly with Loyalist College.
Sa school mismo, yun ang kagandahan na alam nyo na sa school mo pupunta yung tuition fee nyo because you'll be the one who will process the payment.
Yes. Hindi kami. We're not gonna get any centimo, diba? Any centavo, rather, sa inyo to pay for Loyalist College. You'll just have to pay directly with them. Okay? We are here to assist you. We are your international agent experts to assist you with all your applications from initial counseling until your pre-departure. Okay?
Ma'am, bago ko pala makalimutan, we have good news kay mga students, no? We are now accepting 2,600 tuition fee deposit.
Oh, wow.
At saka, ang susunod na payment mo na nun is at least within a month para ma-process mo yung first SEM mo.
Oh guys, diba? You don't have to pay the tuition fee in full.
Oo, sa
right?
ngayon. Kailangan mo lang 2,600 to secure your spot. Kasi it's always a first come, first serve basis, hindi ba?
Yeah.
And then yung, nasa payment plan nyo naman yun. Yun lang yung nakalimutan ko kanina.
Okay, you mentioned 2,620. Let's clarify. Is it in peso or in Canadian dollar?
Oy, Canadian dollars
Okay.
po. Canadian, 2,600 Canadian dollars.
Okay. Baka kasi yung message sa amin, sabi 2,620 pesos. So guys, it's Canadian dollars.
Canadian dollars
Okay, so lahat ng pag-uusapan natin when it comes to enrollment or
Correct.
applications for any of the colleges in Canada that's in Canadian dollars. Okay? So while we're at it, so we have to be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. So comment your thoughts, guys. If you have any other questions, you can ask your questions from the comments below, and then we will try to answer your questions. Okay? So thank you for watching our episode for today. See you next time to our campus conversation.